Give you the presentation of senior night. Tonight is senior night where all the Lincoln seniors will be honored and their parents. So we'll turn the mic over now to PA announcer Gary Hackney for senior night presentations.
There are few greater joys for parents than to see their children perform and perform well. Tonight we wish to pause and say thank you, parents, for building our tradition, your children, at Lincoln High School. Roses this evening are being distributed by the student council co-presidents, Laura Mills and Christina Malott. Cheerleaders will be presenting each senior with a handmade pillowcase for their good work. And now representing the sport of boys basketball, introducing Glenn Barnes, son of Mary and Bill Barnes. Mark Beebe, son of Mark and Susan Beebe. Jerry Cardinal, son of Ed and Jody Cardinal. Danny Cleveland, son of Cliff and Vanessa Cleveland. Manager of the basketball team, Jeremy Hilliard, son of Bill and Crystal Hilliard. From the sport of girls basketball, Calista Newland, daughter of Joe and Brenda Newland. Manager of the girls basketball team, Kelly Freeman, daughter of Philip and Debbie Freeman. From the sport of cheerleading, Sarah Hawkins, daughter of Joe and Kelly Hawkins. Chrissy Clee, daughter of Mark and James Clee.
There they are, the seniors and their parents. The seniors, of course, will be graduating this May, leaving Lincoln High School. They've all put forth a lot of effort in their high school years and made Lincoln High School a better place to learn and have fun. Once again, senior night at the Alice Arena, right before the contest of the Vincennes Lincoln Alices and the Evansville North Huskies. And now you see the basketball seniors taking off there. That would be Clint Barmas, Derek Cardinal, Dan Cleveland, and Mark Beasy and their parents. And, of course, manager Jeremy Hilliard, also a senior, his parents escorting him off the floor. Just about ready for basketball action, so keep it right here on Wabash Cablevision Channel 23.
Huge selection. Memmering Motorplex. Largest selection in southern Indiana. Your automotive supermarket. Quality selection and service. Just ask our customers.
I got the best deal at Memory.
We get the service that we need, and we're very satisfied.
When you come in the front door, everybody says hi to you.
It's always fair.
They have a big selection, and people around here make you feel so good.
Memmering Motorplex, 1949 Hart Street, Vincennes, your automotive supermarket.
Looking good isn't good enough when you're furnishing your home.
When shopping for home furnishings to make your home the one of your dreams, shop Cannon's Furniture at 14th and Lexington in Lawrenceville, where furniture is displayed in room settings. You will love the service, quality, and variety at Cannon's.
Only the best for you from Cannon. Cannon's Furniture. Only the best for you from Cannon's. Cannon's Furniture.
Okay, back once again at the Alice Arena, waiting for the Alices to come out on the court. You see the cheerleading squad there holding up the paper for the Alices to run through. Pound the Huskies, it says. The Alices coming into tonight's contest with an 11-6 mark on the season, coming off a very devastating and a heartbreaking loss of a Terre Haute South last week by the score of 67-66. The Huskies from Evansville North, 8-8 on the year. The Alices, of course, for the 10th time now, are Big 8 champions. This is the first time we broadcast a game since they become Big 8 champs. And here they come on the field. The Vincennes Lincoln Alices, 11-6 on the season, and the Huskies 8-8. The Alices coached by Gene Miller in his 16th year as head coach of the Vincennes Lincoln Alices, and the Evansville North Huskies coached by first-year head coach Richard Stifler. As the band strikes up the Vincennes Lincoln High School song, my color commentator and partner in crime, Hank Lopez. Good to see you again, Hank.
Yeah, it's great to be back. And if you look at the contest tonight, the Alices really haven't played since a week ago when they played Terre Haute South. Had a tough loss up there at Terre Haute South. The Alices played well, but lost it there at the end. And tonight's going to be a good test for the Alices. This weekend will be to play games tonight, and they come back less than 24 hours and come back and have to play another one tomorrow afternoon. This should be a good game. Evansville North is led in scoring by Nick Baumgart. He's only a sophomore coming into this game, averaging about 16 points a game. Great outside shooter for the Huskies, so they're going to have to keep their eye on him. One thing to note in this game, though, the Alices did lose to North last year at Evansville North, and it kind of swung the Alices' favor. They lost that game, and then they started riding an upswing after this game. This is a crucial game. When you go into the tournament, the Alices only have 3 games left. You go into the tournament, you need to start winning games at the end of the season and have an upswing into the tournament, and that's what the Alices need tonight.
And like Gene Miller said earlier, this game tonight and a game tomorrow in less than 24 hours is the kind of practice you need to get ready for the regionals, should they get into the regionals. This is the 29th game of these two ball clubs have played against one another. Lincoln has won 16 of those. Of course, Evansville North has won 12. As Hank mentioned, last year, North won by the score of 56-47, of course, down at Evansville last year. But Lincoln has won the last 8 of the last 9. So a good indication for Gene Miller and his squad to come off with a victory tonight. Miller has never lost here to North. He's 8-1 overall over Terre Haute North. Just about ready to get the game underway. The Owls is 11-6, Big 8 champions, and the Huskies 8-8, member of the SIAC. JV game was won very nicely by the score of 54-52. We had a 13-point lead at one time, but then the Huskies came back and clawed their way back to a close game.
Yeah, in the JV game, one thing about the Alice's JV team, the varsity team may have struggled a little bit through this last couple months and everything, but the JV team hasn't lost anything. They played real well. I believe their record's somewhere in the neighborhood of about 14-3 right now. So the JV team, I mean, we saw them blow the lead there, but they ended up holding on to win the game. I mean, that's the kind of thing G. Miller's looking for. So a bright future for the Alice's down the road with a quality JV team like they got right now.
And their JV head coach, of course, is our buddy Don Allstott, who we interview after every game here at Alice Arena. Congratulations to Don and his JV squad. Just about ready for the introductions to be made to this large hometown crowd, because we mentioned earlier, you probably saw senior night here at Alice Arena. All the seniors and their parents were honored out on the gym floor before the game got underway. Just about ready for introductions of the starting five for both ball clubs. As I mentioned, the Evansville North Huskies, coached by first-year head coach Richard Stifler. He's an '85 graduate from IU. He was his assistant coach at Central for 7 years, and he's also a 1981 Evansville Central graduate. Number 24, Jeremy Reeves. He'll start at one of the guard slots. He stands 5'8", 140-pounder. He's only a sophomore, averaging 10.3 a game. Number 24, Jeremy Reeves. Number 32, Nick Baumgart, 6'1", 190-pound sophomore. Two sophomore guards tonight starting for Stifler's Evansville North Huskies. He's averaging about 16 points a game and 7 rebounds is Baumgart. Jerome Furlow, number 42, 6'2", 172-pound senior, averaging 10.5 points a game, 5.9 rebounds per game. He's one of the forwards, and the other forward is Derek Payne, 6'4", 168-pound senior, averaging 5.9 a game, 3.4 rebounds per game. He'll be starting at the forward slot. Jeremy Janowski, number 50, 6'5", 215-pound junior, will start at the center slot. So it's Reeves and Baumgart at guards, Furlow and Payne at forwards, and Janowski at the center. These Huskies have had a little bit of a trouble hanging on to the ball, protecting it. They're averaging 15 turnovers a game, so I think it's one thing we ought to be watching for tonight. Here are the starting lineups for the Vincennes Lincoln Alices. 11-6 on the season. Captured their 10th Big 8 crown last week at Washington. And one of the guards for the Alices, Clint Barmas, 6'2", 175-pound senior, averaging 10.8 points a game. Number 22, Clint Barmas, an 80% free throw shooter. Leading free throw shooter on the team for the Alices. At the other guard slot, 6'1", 180-pound junior John Hayden, averaging 5.2 a game. John was the one who took what he thought was a three-point shot last week up at Terre Haute, which would have tied the game, but his foot was evidently on the line. That's the way the officials saw it. Now one of the forwards for the Alices, it'll be Dan Cleveland, 6'4", 185-pound senior Dan Cleveland, averaging 6.4 a game. And he's a 58% free throw shooter. Dan Cleveland, a senior. And the other forward, Derek Cardinal, 6'2", 180-pound senior, averaging 9.4 points a game. And of course, that center, 6'8", 200-pound junior, big Charles Heddy, 17.6 points a game average. And he has 8 rebounds averages per game also. Head coach by Gene Miller, of course. And Gene is now with the Alice's 366 wins, 138 losses. Assisted by Doug Crook, Don Allstott, Steve Combs, and Tim Young. The Alice's managers Jeremy Hilliard, Travis Carey, and Tom Elkin. Officials for tonight's contest from Terre Haute, Joe Reed, and from Orleans, Carl March. Basketball action at its best here from Alice Arena, just about underway on Wabash Cablevision, Channel 23. Hank Lopez and what's that guy's name over there? Jerry Merck on the camera. Hi, Jerry.
One thing to look for tonight in this contest between these two teams, North is a young team, a relatively inexperienced team out there. They're real quick, but one thing they do have is a lot of depth on the bench. They bring a lot of guys in. They like to pound it inside. They got Landon Swan, who's about 6'7" on the bench. They also got a kid named Casey Sellers, about 6'4", 230. So they'll pound it down inside with you. But this lineup they have it now is a quick lineup, and you got to watch Baumgart because he can shoot the threes.
Okay, you see Charles Heddy, 6'8", 200-pounder, against Derek Payne, 6'4", 168-pounder. Ball's in the air. Tip is taken by Barmas for the Alice's. Game's underway. He hands it off to John Hyden out front. Round to Barmas now. Derek Cardinal with the basketball. Wing on the far side, on the floor a couple of times. Stops, picks up his dribble. Back to Cleveland. Down low to Cardinal. Reverse underneath, up and good. Derek Cardinal picks up his first bucket of the night. First one of the game. And a turnover committed by the Huskies.
Yeah, he might have stepped on the line down there, I think.
We have a better advantage tonight. Our table's moved over a little bit more to the left, but we can't see directly in front of us, so we'll have to rely on cameraman Jerry Merck to show us the shot down below. Hayden to get it in. Looks fast into Hetty. He has it. Big Charles pulls it down in the paint. Up high. Good. Nice move by Hetty against Payne. Lincoln with a quick 4-0 lead. Baumgart gets it in. Across to Reeves. Now back to Baumgart to Jeremy Reeves. Baumgart dishes it off out of the fingertips, out of bounds, off the fingertips, I guess, of the Alice's. Looked like Derek Payne may have touched that ball, but evidently he didn't. Lincoln on top, 4-0, 7:22 to go in the first quarter. Game just underway. With the ball, Jeremy Reeves to Baumgart. In the lane, puts it up. A little too soft, no good. Charles Hetty goes high for the rebound. Ahead to John Hayden. Hayden slows it down, sets it up. Pass goes over to Barmas, back to Cleveland. Daniel has it stripped away, out of bounds to the Alice's. The Evansville North Huskies playing a man-to-man defense, coming out of man-to-man. Baumgart will inbound the ball. I guess it was given over to Huskies instead of the Alice's.
Yeah, I think the back official made a reversal. This, and I say it went off Cleveland's leg, and the North will take the ball back.
Baumgart looks to get it in, and he does to Jerome Furlow. Furlow stops, now bounces it over to Reeves. Ahead it goes to Baumgart. He dishes it over, up and good by Jeremy Janowski. His first bucket of the night. Now the Huskies on the board, 4-2. Lincoln on top with 6:45 to go in this first quarter of tonight's high school basketball contest. Cardinal whips it around to Barmas. Now Barmas to Cleveland. Daniel back to Barmas. Hayden top of the key, didn't take the three. Barmas will, and no, couldn't get it. Cardinal with a nice rebound, up and good, and he's fouled. Cardinal has his second bucket of the night, and the first foul of the night committed by either ball club goes against the Evansville North Huskies. Be on Derek Payne, I think. 44, Derek Payne picks up his first personal foul. Cardinal at the free throw stripe. Cardinal 6'2", 180-pound senior. Seeing there on your screen, averaging 51% from the free throw stripe. His first one from the line tonight. Three-point play the old-fashioned way. He got it. Cardinal now has 5 points, averages 9.4 a game. Baumgart gets it into Reeves. Reeves trapped in the backcourt, gets it away to Furlow. Jerome across the 10-second mark, almost loses the handle on the ball, picks it back up though. Goes in front of the Alice's bench. To Baumgart, down low, baseline up, no good, and a foul called on the Alice's. 6:16 to go, first quarter. Both teams now with one personal foul. The Alice's on top 7-2 in the first period. Nick Baumgart averaging 16.3 points a game. A 75% free throw shooter. He'll be at the line shooting 2. At the line, Nick Baumgart, 6'1", 190-pound sophomore. Misses the first one. 2 sophomore guards starting tonight for head coach Richard Stippler. Huskies 8-8 on the season. Baumgart's second shot got this one to go. 1 out of 2 from the stripe. 7-3 Lincoln on top. Here comes the ball down court for the Owls. Is in the Cardinals' hands. Back to Hayden, across to Barmas. Clint. Hayden out deep. Low pass nicely down low to Hetty. Has it and in for his 4th point of the night. Lincoln now with a 6-point lead. 5:55 remaining first quarter. Jerome Furlow gets it over to Jeremy Reeves. Reeves in traffic. Dishes it over to Janowski. Now back to Reeves. He wanted to take the 3. He has 30 three-pointers on the year. Baumgart tended to pass down low for Janowski and went out of bounds.
Yeah, you can see why North has a lot of turnovers as Lane and Swan will check into the game right now. But you can see why they got a lot of turnovers. They're a young team. They're trying to do too much with what they got right now. They're trying to make too many passes and everything. They need to relax and shoot the ball a lot more, but North's making a lot of turnovers, and that's what the Alice's want.
And a foul committed by the Evansville North Huskies. That'll go against Jeremy Janowski. Second team foul of the night on the Huskies. And it'll be Lincoln ball out of bounds with 5:37 to go first quarter. Lincoln on top 9-3. Daniel Cleveland will take the ball out of bounds for the Alice's. He'll get it in the backcourt to John Hayden. Now to Clint Barmas. Back to Hayden again. Playing pitch and catch out front over on the right side. Around the horn it goes to Cardinal. He's wide open. Didn't take the shot though. Cleveland baseline goes hard to the bucket. Too soft, no good. Has his own rebound. Back up and good. Dan Cleveland. His first 2 points of the night, averaging 6 a game. Pass goes down court to Swan. And it's loose, picked up in the backcourt by Furlow. Cardinal almost stripped it away, but Furlow, long jumper, too hard, no good. Rebound, John Hayden for the Alices. 5 minutes to go, first quarter. To Hetty, almost an alley-oop. Charles pulls it down, triple teamed off the glass, no good. Rebound hauled in by Swan. Dishes it out to Baumgart. Behind the back dribble, top of the key. Left side of Furlow. Baumgart with the basketball, also a deadly three-point shot. Here's a three-point shooter, though, Jeremy Reeves. Back to Baumgart. Reeves has the ball. He'll fire the three. Nope, too hard. Too much muscle, and Cardinal, nice block on Janoski to keep him from going after the ball, saving it from going out of bounds. Lincoln ball with an 8-point lead. 4:35 to go first quarter. Lincoln on top. Hayden's pass to Clint Barmas. Back to John Hayden. Cardinals pass to Hetty. Hetty down to Cleveland. Nice movement of the ball by the Alices. Cleveland has 4 points. Cardinal has 4 points. Hetty has 5, or rather, Cardinal 5 points, and Hetty has 4. 13-3, a 10-point Lincoln lead. Furlow's pass to Reeves on the far side. Double teamed over there by Cardinal and Hayden. Baumgart in the lane all the way up, and no, too hard off the back of the iron. Hetty fights for the board and gets it. Ahead to Barmas, off the glass, too hard. Rebound Furlow, missed the bunny. To Baumgart, under 4 minutes to play, first quarter now. Furlow with the basketball, down low to Landon, up and good. Or Landon Swan with his first bucket of the night, 13-5. Lincoln still with a lead with 3:35 to go in the first period. Barmas with the basketball to Charles Hetty now. Derek Cardinal back to Hetty on the give and go. Up off the glass. Too hard, no good again. 2 easy buckets missed in a row there by the Alices. Rebound comes off to Baumgart. He'll pass it ahead to Furlow. Cross-court pass. Jumper by Swan, no good. Hauled in by Cardinal. Given to Hetty, or Hayden rather. Hayden down court to Barmas on the far side. 3:05 to go first quarter. Lincoln 13-5. Cleveland's jumper in and out, no good. Rebound Swan. He'll kick it out to Baumgart. Nice twist turn, no good. And the ball's loose. Furlow has it for the Huskies. Back up and good. Jerome Furlow picks up his first bucket. Makes it a 13-7, a 6-point Lincoln lead. 2:45 to go first quarter. And a foul committed on the Evansville North Huskies. Landon Swan. No check-up. Jeremy Janowski, number 50.
Yeah, I'll tell you, the problem right now is the Alices are getting the shots there. They had the shots they wanted. They can't convert on them. But what happens is North is you can tell they're just a young team. They're out of control. They got a lot of things going. But one thing is for sure, when they get their style of play going, when they get you to make turnovers and miss shots like that, they can run up the floor as they can. But right now they got their big guys in. They're trying to bang it inside.
Hayden with the basketball to Clint Barmas. Top of the key. He'll stop there. Go back to Hayden near side. Nice fake by Hayden. To the heart of the bucket. Up and good. Nice move by John Hayden. His first points of the night. 15-8 lead. Lincoln on top. One of Hank's favorite guys, Casey Sellers, into the ball game now for the Evansville North Huskies. Hank played the football against Sellers this past fall. Sellers saves it into Furlong. He'll shoot, miss. And Cardinal hauls in the board for the Alices to John Hayden. At the free throw stripe, Cardinal fakes the shot. Bounce pass to Hetty. Back to Cardinal. He'll take the long jumper. Got it. Pretty shot by Derek Cardinal. He has 7 points on the night, averaging only 9.4, almost to his average in the first quarter. A 10-point Lincoln lead again with 1:55 remaining first quarter. Baumgart's pass, nice shot, up and good by Landon Swan, his 4th point of the night. 17-9, Lincoln on top. Cardinal fakes, drives hard to the bucket, lays it up, too soft, no good. Rebound, Barmas back up, no good. Sellers hauls it in for the Huskies. Dishes it over to Baumgart. He'll dribble for a while. Now pass to Furlong. Round the horn it goes to Reeves. To Swan now. Landon almost tied up. Back at the Baumgart. In the paint. Dishes it back away to Furlow, and he's fouled by the Alices. It would be Hetty or Cardinal on that personal foul. The Huskies with 3 team fouls. The Alices now with 2. As Mitch Roth and Justin Lowe comes into the contest for the Alices. And Dan Cleveland and Clint Barmas will sit down. And also for the Huskies, Reeves will sit down along with Furlow. Brad Egler and Kirchhoff comes in for the Huskies. Shot up by Sellers, too hard, no good. Hetty with a rebound for the Alices. Outlet pass comes to John Hayden. 1:10 to go first quarter. Lincoln with a 17-9 lead. Into Justin Lowe. Lowe is up and good. Looked like he was double teamed, but got out of it and put the ball through the bucket for his first basket of the night. Under a minute to go now, first quarter. Lincoln 19-9 over the Evansville North Huskies. Bounces it to Baumgart. Three-pointer on the way. Too hard, no good by Kirchhoff. Picked up by Baumgart. Kirchhoff going to try the left side. No, Baumgart will. Top of the key. Got it. 4-3. That's his ninth three-pointer of the year. It's a 19-12 now. 7-point Lincoln lead in the first period. Mitchell Roth fakes the shot. Bounces it over to John Hayden. Cardinals open. Cardinals long baseline jumper. No good. Lowe with a nice rebound. Up and good. Justin Lowe has really come on of late. 21-12. 10 seconds to go first quarter. Lincoln with a lead. And off his hip is Brad Agler, and Lincoln ball with 12.3 seconds to go first quarter. Derek Cardinal sits down, and Craig Krzan comes into the contest for the final 12.3 of the first quarter. Makes it a much more interesting ball game when the Alices have both Lowe and Hetty in the contest, which they have right now. Down to 5 seconds to go first quarter. Mitch Roth on the dribble to Hetty, baseline. Have to fire real soon. He does, and no, too hard. Rebound hauled in by Kirchhoff of the Huskies. And that's the way the first quarter ends, with the Vincennes Lincoln Alices 21 and the Evansville North Huskies 12. Be back in 60 seconds on Wabash Cablevision Channel 23.
We've been satisfying the world's best critics for over 20 years.
So, my car's ready to be picked up, huh?
That's right.
Can't tell where I got hit, huh?
No, sir.
Good as new, huh?
Yes, sir. Good as new.
Well, it was right over here. Right. Let's see, it was on the... Good as new, huh?
That's right. Good as new. Bring your Rex to Rex. Your satisfaction isn't guaranteed. Rex's Body Shop in Vincennes.
Gentlemen, do you know how great it would feel to receive a set of King golf clubs for Christmas? Or a 96-piece Craftsman tool set? Or season's tickets to your favorite sporting event? Then you know how she'll feel with the gift of a sparkling diamond or precious stone jewelry from Joe Craft Jewelers, locally owned and located at 217 Main in the historic bank building. Joe Craft Jewelers, where elegance is priced within your reach.
Well, the Alices really spreading that scoring around the first quarter. 5 men got on the board for the Alices in the first quarter. Hank, who were they?
Derek Cardinal led the first quarter with 7 points. Charles Hetty, Dan Cleveland, and Justin Lowe all had 4 points apiece, and John Hayden had 2. So the Alices really balanced, and that's what you like to see. 21 points in the first quarter is a lot of points for this Alice team.
Okay, the Huskies now with the basketball. Baumgart bounces it in down low to Payne, up off the glass, and good. Nice reverse by Payne. Derek Payne, his first bucket of the night, gives the Alices a 7-point lead, 21-14. Krzan with the basketball for the Alices. John Hayden now. Back to Krzan right in front of the camera to Charles Hetty. Roth for 3, no. Lowe goes high for the board, but Hetty eventually hauls it in to John Hayden now. Back to Hetty. Free throw jumper, too hard, no good. Sellers goes high for the boards. Gives it to Jeremy Reeves. He crosses the 10-second mark into Husky territory. Round the horn, it goes to Agler. To Sellers in the paint. He'll take it hard to the bucket. And he's fouled by Charles Hetty. Both teams now with 3 team fouls. You see Lowe and Hetty discussing things on the screen there. As some of the Lincoln cheerleaders in the background. 21-14, Lincoln on top. 7:05 remaining first half. At the free throw line, Casey Sellers, a 44% free throw shooter. He'll be shooting 2. 6'4", 225-pounder. He puts the first one through. Averages 4 a game. That's his first one of the night. 6'4", 225-pounder Sellers misses the second one. Lowe hauls in the rebound for the Alices. He'll give it up to Hayden, and up the court it comes to Krzan. Low, down low, twist, turns, up and good. Nice movement by Justin Lowe with the basketball. Gives the Owls a 23-15 lead with 6:45 to go first half. Jumper by Baumgart. Got it. Nick Baumgart has 5 points now. Lincoln with the basketball. 6:35 to go first quarter. Hetty picks the ball up. Curzan on the dribble. Gives low to Hetty at the baseline. Back to Craig Curzan. Hetty baseline down to Justin Lowe. Turnaround jumper. Good. Rolled around a while and fell through. Hetty has 8 points, leading score. Lowe has 8 points, leading score for the Owls so far tonight. Justin Lowe hasn't been in the ball game very long. 25-17, Lincoln on top. Agler with the basketball for the Huskies, gives it away to Baumgart. Nick Baumgart on the dribble, now passes it over to Jeremy Reeves, back to Baumgart. Agler fakes the three, takes the short note, fakes the short jumper. Baumgart to the bucket, and Lowe, I believe, is called for a personal foul. Nope. What was that call?
They're going to call a 3-second violation there on Casey Sellers.
Okay, Lowe reached in, the guy's hand back in time before the foul was called. Barmas comes back into the contest now for the Owls, and Mitch Roth sits down. Landon Swan trying to get back in for the Huskies. There's John Hayden on your screen. He'll pass it over to Clint Barmas. 5:45 to go first quarter. Hetty fakes a shot, gets in closer, dishes it down low to Hayden. Too hard. Off the glass, no good. Rebound, Agler. Ahead to Nick Baumgart. He'll stop and give it up to Jeremy Reeves. Reeves, the three-point threat. He has 30 three-pointers on the year. 30 out of 66. Lincoln 25, Evansville North 17. Cross-court pass goes to Agler. Pass down the baseline to Payne. Back to Agler. Cross-court to Reeves. Wanted to take the three, but Curzan got on him in time, but he backs off. He lets the three fly. He got it this time. 31 three-pointers on the year for Jeremy Reeves. It's a 25-20 game now. 5-point Lincoln lead and a little scrabble down underneath. Hayden with the basketball to the glass. Up and good. John Hayden has 4 points. Gives the Owls back a 7-point lead with 4:50. Loses the ball. Picked up by Lowe. Ahead to John Hayden. Hayden tried to take it again hard to the bucket, but blocked there by Baumgart. He'll pass down to Justin Lowe. Bounces back out to Hayden. Long three. Got it. Three-pointer by John Hayden. His 8th three-pointer of the year. Now the Owls is back up by 10. 30-20. 4.5 to go first half. Huskies with the basketball. Reeves on the dribble for Evansville North. Bounces back over to Brad Agler. Agler looking for Sellers. Can't find him open. Gives it up to Baumgart. Bounce pass to the three-point man, Jeremy Reeves. The Owls is in a tough 2-3 zone defense. 4:05 to go first half. Nice block by Lowe, but picked up by Reeves. Back out to Baumgart now, and Baumgart calls a timeout with 4:02 to go in the first half. Lincoln on top by 10, 30-20. Be back in 30 seconds on Wabash Cablevision, Channel 23.
Your local internet provider is Data Depot. Click your way through the internet to get up-to-date sports scores, business information, stock market reports, and more. So go online today with Data Depot. We build computers built to your specific needs, and we have the accessories to go along with it, like printers, learning discs for kids, CD-ROMs, and more. When it comes to price, selection, and quality, Data Depot is your choice for today's technology.
.402 to go in the first half. Lincoln with a 10-point lead as you take a look inside the Lincoln Owls' huddle. Head coach Gene Miller, his 16th year as head coach of the Owls, has compiled a 366 and 138 mark. A lot of good assistants in the form of Doug Crook, Don Allstott, Steve Combs, and Tim Young. As they break huddle, come back out onto the floor. As the Huskies out there also. A lot of green and white here tonight. Both ball clubs' colors are green and white, so that's all you see all over the Alice Arena. Ball comes in to Nick Baumgart. Now over to Jeremy Reeves. Gene Miller wants a travel call, didn't get it. Reeves back to Baumgart. He's taken all the way. He has the ball knocked away. Hayden and Baumgart scramble for the ball. And it's a jump ball called. It'll go the Owls' way with 3.5 or the 3:50 to go in the first half. Lincoln on top by 10, 30-20. Curzan bounces it in to John Hayden, and they talk a little bit before they get across the court. 10-second mark. Now to Clint Barmas. Hayden, Curzan. Back to John. Between the circles. Clint Barmas. Derek Cardinal now with the basketball. Guarded by Furlow. All the way across court to John Hayden. One time on the floor, bounces or passes it out to Barmas. Cardinal, long jumper, pretty shot by Derek Cardinal. Cardinal now with 9 points. He and Lowe are leading. Cardinal has 9, Lowe has 8. And the Allisons have a 12-point lead, 32-20, 3:10 to go in the first half. Furlow with the basketball, has it stripped away, taken away by John Hayden. Good defense by the Allisons. Hayden's long pass comes to Clint Barmas. He'll give it up to Derek Cardinal, left side of the free throw stripe. And wanted to pass it back to Hayden, can't get it there, so it goes to Krzan. Hayden has it now, and he puts it up. Too long, no good. Lowe with the rebound, and foul underneath. Going to go against the Huskies, I believe. May be called against Derek Payne. It is Derek Payne's second personal foul. 2:52 remaining, first half. Lincoln 32, Evansville North 20. The Allisons will meet Evansville Rights in about 24 hours. Long pass from Hayden to Barmas. He'll give it up to Cardinal. Derek on the dribble a couple times. Clint Barmas with the basketball, top of the key. Cardinal again, hard to the bucket. Nice jumper, good shot by Cardinal. He now has 11 points. It's a 14-point Lincoln lead, 2.5 to go in the first half. Reeves with the ball for the Huskies. Straddles the 10-second mark momentarily. Baumgart now to Furlow. Hard to the bucket, reverse up and good. Furlow has his 4th point of the night. He's averaging 10.5, only has 4 so far. First half almost over. Cardinal now with the ball for the Allisons. 34-22, Lincoln on top, Lowe with the ball. Barmas for 3, left side, got it. Pretty shot by Clint Barmas. His first 3-pointer of the night. Barmas, a 6'2", 175-pound senior, leading 3-point shooter for the Allisons. Shooting 40% from 3-point territory. 37-22. Ball almost taken away by Lowe. Now pass Lowe to Payne, and up and in by Derek Payne. 4 points on the night by Payne. Cardinal all the way up the glass and good. Cardinal has 13 points, averaging 9.4 a game. He has 13 here in the first half, and we're a minute and a half away from the end of the first half. Furlow double teamed, trapped out front, long pass to Gene Miller, and Gene didn't catch it. Gene's supposed to catch those basketballs, bud. He's going to send Dan Cleveland back in the contest.
I'll tell you what, sitting back watching the Allisons tonight, it's a totally different team. They look like they're having a lot more fun out there. It's senior night. The senior Derek Cardinal stepping up, playing real well. Justin Lowe playing real well. Got a lot of guys playing good tonight. And I think when the guys around play better, it takes a lot of the pressure off people like Hetty and Barmas. They don't have to take all the shots all the time. You got other people stepping up, and it's nice to see the Allisons. Plus, their defense is playing real well. Only 24 points so far in the first half, giving up.
John Hayden at the free throw stripe, bounces over to Barmas. He's in the lane, jumps high, puts it up, no good. Cardinal high for the rebound, knocked out of his hands by Baumgart. And the Allisons maintain possession with 1:12 to go in the first half. 39-24, 15-point Lincoln lead. And this large hometown crowd, like I said, Hank, enjoying this free style of basketball the Allisons demonstrating here tonight. John Hayden has the ball. To Cardinal now. Derek on the floor a couple of times. Cleveland up and good. Nice pass from Cardinal to Cleveland. A very unselfish ball club these Allisons are. It's a 41-24 Lincoln lead. And the ball goes off Reeves' hands, out of bounds. You see Jeremy Reeves there very disgusted with the pass. It wasn't a bad pass. It was just that he didn't get a hand on it. 55.9 seconds to go to first half. Cleveland to Barmas. Barmas back to Cleveland now. Cleveland on the wing on the far side to Clint Barmas. Around the horn it goes to Hayden. Hayden on the dribble. He'll set it up for one final shot here in the first half. Barmas with the basketball now to John Hayden. 41-24. Lincoln on top of the Evansville North Huskies. 35 seconds remaining in this first half of basketball here at Alice Arena. Both teams clad in green and white tonight. The Alice is 11-6 on the season, and the Huskies 8-8 on the year. Just 2 more games after tonight of the regular season. Hayden's pass to Cleveland now, down to 15 seconds to go. Barmas to Hayden. Down to 10 seconds to go first half. Hayden on the dribble. He tried to get it away to Cardinal, but it's knocked out of bounds by the Huskies with 7.2 seconds remaining in the first half of basketball. 41-24, Lincoln on top. Cleveland's pass comes into Hayden. John in three-point land. 3, 2, 1. Lets it fly. No good. Tipped up by Hetty. And good. At the bucket. Or at the buzzer. Bucket at the buzzer. Charles Hetty with his 6th point of the night. Gets it right as the first half comes to a exciting close. The Lincoln Alices go into the locker room with a nice halftime lead over the Evansville North Huskies. The Huskies held to only 12 points in that second quarter, and the Alices picked up 22 points in that second period. So with the Alices on top, 43-24. Ian Battle's going to try the half-court shot. There it goes. Can he get it? Oh, just about got it off the back of the iron. We're going to keep it here on Ian Battles for a while. As you see, Super Alice down on the left, or the bottom part of your screen. 3-point land didn't get it. Now he's going to try a free throw. As the Lincoln High School band, there's Ian Battles. Nice picture of the young man. And free throw rings the rim. No good. I think we jinxed him. Okay, we're at halftime. And he got the layup. All right. We're at halftime with the Alices on top of the Huskies. 43-24. Be back in a little bit. And keep it right here on Wabash Cablevision, Channel 23.
If you're finding it hard to select a carpet or tile of your choice, then you should choose M&S Floor Covering. We've been in business for 27 years to provide the best floor covering selection in the Knox County area. To touch up those finishing touches around the house, M&S Floor Covering has the paint you can count on. With a variety of colors and styles, MAV Paint will provide that finishing touch you've been looking for. Stop by M&S Floor Covering at Upper 11th and Hart, where you can count on the best quality, service, and selection.
The secret to any successful recovery is to have professional care you can count on. Our goal is to provide you with full recovery from your injury. Vincent's Orthopedic has established a reputation to properly assist you with your injury, specializing in therapy that will recover you back to normal. Vincent's Orthopedic Sports Medicine Center will utilize the proper exercises for faster recovery. Take it to the professionals at Vincent's Orthopedic, located at 1019 Bayou Street, Vincennes.
Home at halftime, home of the Alices. The Alices on top of the Evansville North Huskies, 43-24. And the Alices held the Huskies to only 12 points in the first quarter, 12 points in the second quarter. And here's Hank to tell you how everything went in the first half.
All right, scoring in the first half. Not a lot of high scores for North. They were led in scoring by 6 points from Nick Baumgart. He averages 16. He had 1 2-point field goal, 1 3-point line, and 1 free throw for 6 points. 4 points apiece for Jerome Furlow and Derek Payne, along with Landon Swall, and all those guys had 4 points apiece. 3 points for Jeremy Reeves, who connected on 1 3-point shot. 2 points for Jeremy Janowski. He had a 2-point bucket. And 1 free throw for Casey Sellers to round out the 24 points in the first half for the North Huskies. For the Lincoln Alices, they had a great first half, balanced scoring. They were led by Derek Cardinal. The senior had 6 2-point field goals, connected on 1 free throw for 13 points. Justin Lowe came off the bench to connect on 4 2-point field goals for 8 points. John Hayden had 7 points for the Alices, 2 2-point field goals and a 3-point field goal. 6 points apiece for Charles Hetty, who had 3 2-point field goals, along with the tip in there at the buzzer right before halftime. 6 points for Dan Cleveland, who had 3 2-point field goals, and 3 points for Clay Barnes, who connected on 1 3-point field goal. The Alices lead at halftime by a score of 43-24 on a balanced attack, and that's really what you want to see the Alices play well tonight, also well tomorrow, because these are 2 pretty good teams that'll get the Alices ready for tourney time.
Okay, while we have a second here, I want to pass along some information that was passed along to me from Tom Ernst, the athletic director here at Vincennes Lincoln. Tickets for the McDonald's Girls Winter Sports Banquet are available at the Lincoln High School Athletic Department until February 21st. The banquet will be held on Monday, February 24th in the Lincoln cafeteria and begins at 6:30. Excuse me. The ticket prices are $8.50 each. This banquet will recognize the girls swimming team and the girls varsity and JV teams at Lincoln. Got a frog in my throat. As you look at the Evansville North Huskies, the Alices are already back out on the court. They're anxious to start the second half. They're having fun, and Huskies trying to figure out what to do to catch up.
Well, it's senior night, and as I mentioned, the seniors are really pumped up. I think the beginning of the year, the Alices played well. Towards the middle of the year, they kind of, they were looking for a leader. But right now, I think all the seniors have started to emerge. You saw signs of it last week, but towards the end, the Alices kind of ran out of steam, ran out of fuel a little bit there at the end. But right now, the Alices are starting to play better brand of basketball, and they're going to need to go into the tournament. But their last 3 games are against Evansville teams, all teams that they could face in the regional.
Yeah, it's really good that the schedule worked out that way. Tomorrow's game was supposed to have been played January 17th, I believe, but rescheduled for February 15th. Second half action underway as the Evansville North Huskies have the basketball. Reeves passes it around. Now Baumgart has the basketball for the Huskies. In the paint, up and no good. Shot taken by Janowski. Excuse me. I got it. Okay, now I'm clear. And the Alices have the ball on dual possession with 7:33 to go in the third quarter. Cleveland's pass comes into John Hayden. Ahead to Hetty, and they break the press. Hayden's pass to Clint Barmas. Now back to John Hayden. Cardinal with the basketball left side. Clint Barmas into Cleveland. Turnaround jumper a little too hard, no good. Rebound hauled in there by Janoski to Baumgart. Nick Baumgart looks for Reeves. He has him. Reeves, the three-point threat. Doesn't take the shot this time. Over to Furlow. Back to Reeves. He'll take the three now. Let it fly. Got it. 2 out of 2 from three-point land is Jeremy Reeves. His 32nd ball taken away by Reeves. Up and good again. So Reeves with 5 quick points cuts the Lincoln lead 43-29. Cleveland's pass across the 10-second mark to Derek Cardinal. Now to John Hayden. Cleveland baseline. No, it's Barmas baseline. Now back to Hayden. 6:35 to go, third period. Lincoln 43, Evansville North 29. Dan Cleveland now with the basketball for the Owls to teammate Derek Cardinal. Nice pass from Cardinal to Hetty, up and no good. And Hetty had his own rebound, but fouled by Furlow. Nice, almost an alley-oop pass from Cardinal to Hetty.
Yeah, that's one thing. Hetty's got to get better at whenever he gets inside. He drew the foul inside, but what he needs to do is try to draw the foul and go up and get the basket, too, because the Owls are going to need that down the stretch. But Hetty, he's getting more physical as the year's gone on.
Barmas to Cardinal. He has the ball knocked out of his hands, and he's smacked in the process, still holding his eye. And under the basket is Derek Cardinal. You see him there on your screen. He was injured on that shot attempt.
I think he got poked in the eye, actually.
Yeah,
it looked like he just dribbled the ball, and then all of a sudden might have got a finger or a thumb or something in the eye of Cardinal.
I think the defender maybe got part of the ball, but they also got Cardinal's eye in the process on the way down. So Gene Miller standing beside the official, you saw him there on the right side of your screen, asking why that wasn't a foul, but it wasn't called. Reeves with the ball now for the Huskies to Payne, baseline left. Payne double teamed out to Reeves, top of the key, around the horn to Furlow. Baseline drive goes Furlow, dishes it off, broken up by Barmas, but into the hands of Baumgart. He'll take the shot for 3. Nick Baumgart has his second three-pointer of the night. That's a 43-32 Lincoln lead with 5:45 to go, third period. Good pass from Cardinal to Hetty underneath, and Hetty puts it up. Cardinal sees that floor very well. Over the Huskies at this point. Led 21-12 at the end of the first quarter, and 43-24 at the halfway mark. Pass down low to Payne, fakes a shot, up and good. Nice move by Derek Payne for his 6th point of the night. And the Owls is still on top with 5 minutes to go, third period. Hayden will bring it across the 10-second mark for the Owls' left side. Barmas into Hetty, free throw stripe. Nice pass from Hetty to Cleveland. Owls is working the ball around very effectively. 47-34. Lincoln again with a 13-point lead as Furlow has the ball for the Huskies. Gives to Janoski, around the horn to Reeves again from Payne. Jeremy Reeves, 2 3-pointers on the night, and he also almost wanted to take that 3 there. Baumgart fakes the 3, drives hard to the bucket, too hard off the glass. Ball's fought for on the rebound and knocked out of bounds by the Alices. Right down in front of our camera angle here. 47-34, Lincoln on top. As the Huskies ready to inbound the ball. Long shot by Reeves, too short, no good. A over-the-back violation going to be called against Jerome Furlow. Number 42, you see him there on the screen, Jerome Furlow, 6'2", 172-pound senior. Second team foul of the half for the Huskies. The Owls has yet to commit a foul in this half. Only been 4 shots taken from the free throw line in the entire game tonight. That's very unusual. Hayden with the pass from Cardinal. He'll pass it across the 10-second mark to Barmas. Barmas back to Hayden. John wide open. Now Cardinal baseline jumper. In and out. No good. Ball is loose. Barmas scrambles for it, but picked up by Reeves all the way up and no good. Tipped up by Furlow and good. Furlow with his 6th point of the night. It's a 47-36 Lincoln lead. 11 points on top. Are the Owls is under 4 minutes to go here in the 3rd period. Barmas back to Hayden, and Hayden falls into. He falls into Baumgart. Baumgart didn't give him room to come down.
Yeah, exactly. It states in the rule book that he has to have room to come down.
Look at Gene Miller there on your screen. Miller very upset.
He didn't give him room. He has to have room to come down.
Hayden was in the air when he caught the pass, and Baumgart did not let him get his feet back on the ground.
Once he touches the ground and then hits him, it's okay. But if he comes underneath him, it's like an undercut. It should be a foul on the defender there because you have to give him at least 2 steps to come down.
Gene very upset with the call, but didn't get the official to change his mind. Reeves has the basketball, and the Huskies down by 11 points. Ball tipped by Hayden, but Furlow hauls it in anyway. Baumgart in the lane, hard. Up hard, the ball's loose. Rebound, or ball taken away by Hayden. Has it stripped away by Jerome Furlow. Tipped away by Barmas. Back to Barmas from Cardinal. Up and no good. Tip up heading, no good. Rebound, Barmas. Nice shot. Oh, too hard. Up and no good. Miller is upset on the side of the bench for no fouls being called into there in all that exchange. Cleveland bounces it to Barmas. It's loose. Back into the hands of Clint Barmas.
Just starting to get real sloppy out there now.
Sure is.
Yeah, Hayden comes out to slow down the tempo a little bit.
Under 3 minutes to play now in the quarter. 3rd quarter. Cardinal on the dribble. Nice move by Derrick. Top of the key it goes to Cleveland. Clint Barmas now with the basketball. 2:41 to go. Hetty, top of the key, fakes the shot. Take the long jumper. In and out. Halfway down. Cleveland shot won't go down. Rebound, Janoski. Gives to Reeves. 47-36. Huskies down by 11 and still down by 11 as Reeves misses that shot, knocked out of bounds by Janoski, and Janoski commits a foul on that ball he knocked out of bounds. 47-36. Lincoln on top by 11. Justin Lowe and Mitch Roth will come back into the contest. You see him there on the screen getting up off the floor from in front of the scorer's bench.
A lot of substitutions coming in right now. A lot of fast action going up and down the floor. Both teams get a lot of substitutions in. But I think the Allisons go a deeper bench than North does. But right now, the Allisons have had their 3rd quarter slump at Terre Haute South. They were up at 10 at halftime. At the end of the 3rd quarter, they were only up by 1. They kind of have a slump there in the 3rd quarter, so they're going to have to pick it up a little bit here in the last 2:24.
Hetty's pass into Hayden. Now cross court to Mitch Roth. Roth back to Hetty, still in Husky territory. Now across 10-second mark. Pass goes to Lowe. He'll jump, has a shot blocked from behind, but fouled by Landon Swan. So Justin Lowe will go to the free throw stripe. Justin has 8 points in the contest. 4 in the 1st quarter, 4 in the 2nd quarter. A 78% free throw shooter. Big Justin Lowe. 6'5", 205. Only a junior. He'll be back next year. Him and Hetty both. At the line, Justin Lowe. Up and too hard. No good off the right side of the rim. 2:12 to go, 3rd period. 47-36 Lincoln lead. 11 points. Lowe makes it 12 as he cans his first free throw. Huskies down the court. Reeves with the basketball now for Evansville North. Pass almost goes astray into the hands of Kirchhoff. Now back to Baumgart. Back to Joey Kirchhoff. Nope. Tipped out of bounds by Mitch Roth first. Tried to get the pass back to Kirchhoff. Exactly 2 minutes to go here in this 3rd quarter. The Huskies trying to cut into that 12-point lead the Allisons have over them now. Reeves on the dribble against Roth. Now passes to Baumgart. He'll drive baseline. Back out to Reeves. Doesn't take the 3. Baumgart has it. He'll take the 3, and he got it. Nick Baumgart has his 3rd 3-pointer of the night. Baumgart has 3. Reeves has 2. It's a 48-39 Lincoln lead. Only 9 points now. 1.5 to go, 3rd period. Hayden's touch pass to Cardinal. Up and good. Good shot by Derek Cardinal. The Owls is going to have to pick up the intensity here in the final stanza of the basketball game. On top now by 11, 50-39. 1:20 remaining in this third quarter. Reeves double team, passes it over to Kirkhoff. Joey directing traffic. Back to Jerome Reeves. Round the horn, Kirkhoff, Baumgart. Reeves on the three-point line, got it. So Reeves has 10 points now and cuts the Lincoln lead to 9, 50-41 with under a minute to play in the third quarter. Mitch Roth bounces it out to Hayden, around to Derek Cardinal. Huskies in a 2-3 zone defense now. Hayden loses the ball for a little bit, picks it back up. Hetty with the pass, up and good, and a foul called on the Huskies. Big Charles Hetty, seen there on your screen. Big 6'8", 200-pound junior. Getting congratulations from teammate Justin Lowe. And Hetty has his 10th point now, averages 17.6 a game. His first time to the free throw stripe tonight. Only two other Owls has been there before, Cardinal and Lowe. Hetty trying to make a three-point play the old-fashioned way, and he does. 11 points for Hetty. A 12-point Lincoln lead with 40 seconds remaining third period over the Huskies. Reeves with the basketball into Husky territory. Guarded very closely there by Mitch Roth, doing a good job defensively. Baumgart to Reeves now. Lincoln with a 2-3 zone defense. 20 seconds to go, third quarter now. Huskies holding the ball for one final shot here, quarter number 3, down by 12, 53-41. Baumgart being guarded by Hayden. Dishes it off to Kirkhoff. Now back to Baumgart. Pass cross court. Kirkhoff on the way for a three. No good. Tip up. No good. Hetty has the rebound. Long shot down court. No good. And that's the way the third quarter ends, with the Lincoln Owls picking up 10 points in quarter number 3, giving them a 53-41 lead over the Evansville North Huskies. As you take a look inside the Huskies bench, we'll be back with the final quarter of action in 60 seconds. Keep it right here on Wabash Cablevision, Channel 23.
Snyder's Body Shop. We've been in business for over 25 years because we care about our customers. Whether it's spot repair or complete paint job, choose Glassrick colors to guarantee the best possible finish.
Snyder Body Shop. When you care about your car, we're your next stop. We care, and we show it at Snyder Body Shop. We care, and we show it.
Snyder's Body Shop. We take the dents out of accidents.
Taco Rail. Just one taste, and you'll know that we're the place. At some restaurants, you have to try almost every item on the menu to find one that tastes great. But at Taco Rail, everything we serve is prepared to perfection. Just one taste of one item at Taco Rail will have you saying everything is great. That's right, Taco Rail. At the corner of 6th and St. Clair in Vincennes. Taco Rail. Just one taste.
Fourth quarter action underway as the Evansville North Huskies try to cut into this 12-point Lincoln Owls lead. Kirkhoff has the basketball out front, gives it over to Baumgartner, around the horn to Reeves. Reeves guarded by Cardinal. Cardinal taps him a couple of times. Kirkhoff with the ball to Reeves. Baumgart, and a foul called on. I believe that was called against Casey Sellers. Did you see what happened, Hank?
Well, yeah, it all started back there at the end of the third quarter. Low on a few blockouts, was pretty physical with Sellers. Well, that time Sellers tried to give a little elbow there to Cardinal, and he got picked up on the personal foul. So they always see the second thing that happens, the referees do.
Yep. Sellers going to sit down now, and Derek Payne comes into the contest for him. Lincoln ball with 7:25 to go in the game. Barmas has it on the dribble. Top of the key, left side it goes to John Hayden. Cardinal now with the basketball, trying to get it down low to Low. Round the horn from Hayden to Barmas. Hetty wanted to take the three. He was poised for it, down to Justin Lowe. Lowe, turnaround jumper, too hard. Won't go down. Rebound Payne for the Huskies. 7 minutes now to go in the game. Reeves, the three-point threat for Evansville North. Kirkhoff bounces it to Payne, baseline. Reeves in three-point land, fires it, drains the three. Reeves drains his third three of the night, making it a 9-point Lincoln lead with 6:45 to go in the game. 53-44, Lincoln on top. Barmas with the basketball. Reeves has it on an errant pass. He'll take it all the way, lay it over the edge of the rim with his fingertips. And Reeves cuts the lead to only 7 with 6:34 to go in the game. 53-46, Lincoln on top, but by only 7. Be back in 30 seconds on Wabash Cablevision, Channel 23.
Image is everything. One chance for a first impression. Make the right decision. Ewing Printing is state-of-the-art, utilizing a 6-color press that shows all colors and is proof before the job is printed. Our color copier prints variable image sizes, picture perfect. In-house graphic design, a Linetronic color separator. Ewing Printing is the area's licensed printer to print doctor prescription pads. Ewing, because image is everything.
With 6:34 to go in the contest, you see the Lincoln Alice's cheerleaders on your screen. The varsity cheerleaders are Amanda Kosh, Ty Blythe, Christy Mattingly, Sarah Hawkins, Chrissy Klee, and Heather Miller. The JV cheerleaders, junior varsity, Tiffany Westfall, Kit Grayson, Erin Mullen, Lauren Cummings, Megan Beasy, and Heather Stock. These girls do a real fine job of keeping the crowd entertained and keeping spirits high. They are coached by Debbie Miller and Jane Sievers. Congratulations to the coaches and cheerleading squad of Vincennes Lincoln High School. Hetty's pass comes in to Clint Barmas. Back to Charles Hetty now, 6.5 to go in the game. John Hyden on the left side. Hetty with the ball again, sees Lowe underneath, has him, and up and good. Nice feed from Hetty to Justin Lowe, and Lowe has his 11th point of the night. Gives the Alices back a 9-point lead with 6:10 to go in the game. Reeves on the dribble, picks it up, gives it up to Janoski. Almost taken away, picked up by Janoski. Kirkhoff with the basketball. Nick Baumgart now in the corner, trying to dribble out of trouble. He does. And he's picked up by John Hyde. The Allison now in a man-to-man. Bounces to Kirkhoff, 3-point land, lets it fly, in and out, no good. Hetty had the rebound and lost it for a minute. Now to Barmas, cross to John Hyden, 5:40 to go in the game. Lincoln maintaining a 9-point lead. Working the ball around very effectively. Hyden on the left side, Barmas up the middle. Has it knocked away from behind by Reeves, out of bounds to the Alices. And Jerome Furlow will come back into the contest. He'll replace Kirkhoff. Joey Kirkhoff's 5'10", 175-pound senior, and Furlow 6'2", 172-pound senior. Mitch Roth comes in to the contest for the Alices, replacing Clint Barmas. 5:33 to go in the contest. 55-46, Lincoln on top. Long pass from Roth to Hyden. Now back into Lincoln territory to Hetty. Baseline short jumper, no, but he's fouled. Good move by Charles Hetty. Strong baseline move. You see big Charles there on your screen. 6'8", 200 pounds, only a junior. He's been to the free throw stripe one time tonight, and he was perfect that time. He'll be shooting 2 this time. 53% free throw shooter is Charles Hetty. Eyes the bucket, lets it fly. Too soft. 5:27 to go in the contest. Lincoln and Evansville North. It'll be Lincoln and Evansville Rights on Saturday here at Adams Coliseum, yeah. Alice Arena. Hetty, second shot, too hard, no good. And the ball goes off Derek Cardle's foot, out of bounds to the Huskies. Down by 9 with 5:25 to go in the game. Still anybody's ball game. Baumgart bounces it into Jerome Reeves. Across the 10-second mark comes Mr. Reeves, picked up by Mitch Roth. Reeves with a lot of fancy dribbling, but almost lost the handle on it. Baumgart now hard to the bucket, dishes it away. It's loose. Hetty has it. Charles Hetty, nice defensive effort. Gives it over to John Hyden. 5 minutes to go, third quarter. Hetty all alone. He'll pass it into Lowe. He's going to take the shot. Lowe will, and got it. Good shot by Justin Lowe. 13 points on the night by Justin Lowe. And whistle, foul called against the Alices. I believe it'll be John Hyden. John Hyden picked up a foul against Nick Baumgart. 57-46, Lincoln with an 11-point lead. 4:50 to go in the game. Lincoln looking for victory number 12 on the season. Huskies trying to find win number 9. Substitution. Here comes Mark Beasy into the ball game for the first time tonight for the Owls. John Hayden sits down. Hayden will sit down. He has 7 points so far. He has not scored any here in the second half. All 7 came back in the first half. Foul away from the ball, and the officials trying to keep the game close as Mark Beasy just came into the contest and committed his first personal foul. So officials trying to keep a close handle on the game.
That's a cheap foul. Beasy just standing there, not wanting to give up much on the baseline. I don't know. The officials trying to even out the fouls. The fouls right now are 7-3 in favor of the Alice's. North has more fouls. Maybe they're trying to even them out a little bit.
Ball tipped away. Hetty hauls it in. Ahead to Mitch Roth. Off the glass. No good. It's loose. It's still loose. And out of bounds to the Alice's. As big Landon Swan hit the deck. And head coach Richard Stifler wanted a foul call. Didn't get it. First year head coach of the Evansville North Huskies. Roth's pass comes into Cardinal. Cardinal guarded very closely by Furlow. Pass back to Cardinal from Beasy. Now to Roth. To Beasy, left side in the wing. He'll pull it back out. Derek Cardinal in the corner. 4:10 to go in the game. Ball knocked out of bounds by Janoski to the Alice's.
We talked about earlier North being a physical team, but the Alice have been pretty physical themselves tonight. And that's what the Alice are going to have to do. They're going to have to play against some bigger teams that have to play bigger themselves.
Heading down the stretch to the sectionals and regionals. You're right, Hank. 57-46, long baseball pass from Roth to Beasy. 4:05 to go. Lincoln on top. Eddie's bounce pass goes into low. It's loose. Roth has it up and good. Heads up play by Mitch Roth for his first bucket of the night. Mitch Roth, 5'10", 170-pound junior. Baumgart all the way, and he's fouled by the Alice's Justin Lowe. 59-46. Lincoln now with a 13-point lead with only 3:53 to go in the basketball game. The Alice is in the bonus, but the Huskies will go to the free throw stripe, and they're going to send Nick Baumgart. He's a 75% free throw shooter. Only Baumgart and Sellers have been at the stripe tonight for Evansville North. The Alice's have sent Hetty and the Cardinal along with Justin Lowe. Only 3 players for the Alice's at the line and 2 for the Huskies. Baumgart gets the ball from the official, puts it up, and got it through. Baumgart, 75% free throw shooter, 6'1", 190-pound, only a sophomore. He and Reeves, both only sophomores. Second shot up and good. 59-48. 3:50 remaining in the contest. Long pass. Ooh, dangerous pass to Cardinal from Beasy, but Cardinal goes high to haul it in. Back to Mark now with 3:40 to go in the game. Roth for 3, left side, drained it. Mitch Roth drained the 3. He's a deadly 3-point shooter, showed it right there. 62-48. Lincoln on top with 3.5 to go in the ball game. Reeves, the 3-point counterpart for North, does not take the shot. Furlow has the basketball. He'll drive hard against Lowe, and Lowe's called for the foul. Guess it was a moving block, but looked like Lowe had both feet set from what I could see. Clock stops at 3:22 to go in the game. Lincoln 62. Evansville North 48. And North will have the ball out of bounds because they are not yet in the bonus. Lincoln has only 4 team fouls here in the second half. North has 17 fouls, so the Owls do go to the free throw stripe. The official checking Justin Lowe's shoes or socks or something. I'm not sure what the problem is. Just making sure they don't have athletes, but I guess I'm not sure. 3:22 to go in the game. As Baumgart still waits to get the ball from official Joe Reed. Now he has it. He'll bounce it in to Swan. Swan will give it up to Reeves. Mitch Roth all over him like a blanket. Baumgart tried to get it in to Swan. Now he gives it to Reeves. 3-pointer, left side, high, arching shot. Woo! He drained that one. His 4th 3-pointer of the night, 34th of the year. 62-51. Lincoln still maintains that 11-point lead. Under 3 minutes to go now in the contest. Cardinal one time on the floor, around to Beasy, now to Eddy. Into Roth. Ooh, nice block, though, by Baumgart. Reeves with the basketball for the Huskies. We're headed this way. Reeves hard to the bucket. Shot blocked. Picked off the glass by Cardinal. He'll give it across the 10-second mark to Mitch Roth. Back to Derrick with 2.5 to go in the game. Beasy on the dribble. Bounces in to Hetty, and Hetty is fouled from behind by Landon Swan. 2:28 to go in the game. Lincoln, if they can hold this lead, will pick up victory number 12 on the year. 12-6. As I mentioned, Lincoln Dallas is coming off a very disappointing loss up at Terre Haute South last week, losing only by 1 and had a chance to tie it with 1 second to go. John Hayden fired a beautiful shot, but his foot just on the line as far as the official saw. Hetty at the free throw stripe. It's up. It's no good. Rebound Furlow for the North. Hetty's only 1 out of 4 from the stripe tonight. Baumgart all the way, dishes to Furlow. Baseline drive up and good off the glass. Furlow puts it in for his 8th point. It's a 62-53, 9-point Lincoln lead. 2:10 to go in the contest. John Hayden has the ball for the Alices. To Charles Hetty. He's fouled by Baumgart, but not called. Hetty's pass taken away by Reeves to Baumgart. Up and good by Baumgart. He faked the foul. 62-55, Lincoln on top. 1:50 to go in the contest, and a timeout called with 1:51 to go in the game. 62-55, Lincoln on top. Be back in 30 seconds on Wabash Cablevision, Channel 23.
Wabash Cablevision presents the Cable Advantage Channel Home Show. Tune in every weekend to Channel 23 and view area homes for sale presented by local real estate companies. You'll also find helpful information on mortgage lending and financial services, as well as ideas for home improvement. The Home Show airs every Saturday morning at 9 and twice on Sunday at 8 a.m. and 1 p.m. Don't miss the Home Show, presented by Wabash Cablevision on Channel 23.
1 minute and 51 seconds to go in this contest. And the Alices will pick up victory number 12 on the 1996-97 basketball season as we head down into the stretch, getting ready for sectionals, regionals, semi-state, and hopefully state. I want to pass along this note from the band of the Lincoln High School Music Department. Will present a winter concert featuring all the high school choirs plus individual members performing their events for the state solo and ensemble contest. The concert's free and open to everyone. It starts at 7 o'clock in the Ader Auditorium on Wednesday, February 26th. Now back to basketball as Charles Hetty has the ball. He'll get it into John Hayden, and Hayden is guarded closely by Baumgart. Not fouled, though, evidently. Hetty with the basketball. Bounce pass to Roth. 1:40 to go in the game. Almost taken away by Reeves. Roth picks it up. And Lowe and Janowski mix it up inside. Janowski called for a personal foul. He doesn't like the call. You see him there on the screen. Kind of upset with the official. But that is 5 for him. No wonder he's upset. It's 5 for Janowski. He's fouled out of the contest. Janowski, 6'5", 215-pound junior, averaging 6 points a game, held to only 2 points in tonight's contest. Good defensive effort by the Alices, and his 2 came back in the first quarter. Waiting at the free throw stripe is Justin Lowe. Lowe's 1 out of 2 from the line as Derek Payne comes back into the ball game for the Huskies. Off the bench of Richard Stippler, first-year head coach at Evansville North. Lowe's shot up and good. Justin Lowe, 78% free throw shooter. 6'5", 205-pound junior. Lowe will be back next year. Hetty will be back next year. As Lowe cans number 2. Makes it a 64-55 ball game. 1:35 to go in the ball game. Lincoln with a lead. Baumgart with the ball for the Huskies. Nice spin move off the glass, too hard, no good. Hetty goes high for the rebound. Charles has had a field day on the boards. Hayden almost fouled by Baumgart from behind. Now finally a foul is called. Should have been done maybe 4 or 5 seconds ago, but it wasn't. 1:23 to go in the game. 64-55. Lincoln leading by 9. Well, Hank will be back here at the Alice Arena on Saturday afternoon around 2:30, 3:30 for the Evansville Wrights Lincoln game.
Yeah, we'll probably be back here in about 14, 15 hours. We'll be back same spot up here, but a different ball club. The Alices will face Evansville Wrights, who comes in a great basketball team, really led by Corey Brunson, Tyrone Brown, and Greg Garrison. A lot of senior-oriented ball club there, so they should come in real talented and probably keep the turnovers down a little different than this North team.
Hayden at the stripe, 6'1", 180-pound junior. Up and too hard, no good. Normally a 62% free throw shooter. Hayden has 7 points on the night so far. All those came back in the first half. John Hayden, second of the free throws, got it in. 1:20 to go in the game. Lincoln 65, Evansville North 55. Reeves with the basketball against Roth. Roth does a nice job defending Reeves, and the ball is knocked through the hoop. Knocked out of bounds by the Huskies. And the Owls take over with 1:11 to go in the game. 65-55 is our score. Lincoln with a 10-point lead. Eddie has some trouble getting it in. Now he does to Cardinal. Cardinal trying to get around Reeves. He does. Ball's up in the air. Lowe does a nice job running under it. He'll pass it back out to John Hayden. Hayden almost fouled by Baumgart. He picks it up, and a foul is now called on Baumgart. You see, maybe you saw there for a minute on your screen, head coach Richard Stippler wanting an over and back call, but didn't get it. 9/10 of 1 second under a minute. In other words, 59.1 seconds to go in the ball game. Hayden back at the stripe. His second consecutive trip there, 1 out of 2 so far. John Hayden, only a junior. It's up, no good this time either. Hayden's a junior, Hetty's a junior. Lowe, Roth, Richter, and Cooper are juniors. Shane, of course, had back surgery last Friday. We hope he's doing well. Hayden shot up and good this time. 66-55. And one more time down the floor comes the Evansville North Huskies. Baumgart with a nice spin move off the glass. Good. Pretty shot by Baumgart. And timeout called by the Evansville North Huskies. Head coach Richard Stippler with 50.6 seconds to go in the game. And while we have a minute here, I want to go ahead and mention all the seniors. Of course, tonight being senior night. The Owls has honored senior basketball players Clint Barmas, Derek Cardinal, Dan Cleveland, and Mark Beasy. 4 of the players the Owls are going to miss definitely next year. But we want to wish them well in their remainder of the high school academic career, as well as the sectionals, regionals, semi-state, and state. We're not giving up on them yet. They're going to be with us all the way to the state. But we do have a lot of the good juniors coming back next year. John Hayden, Charles Hetty, Justin Lowe, Mitch Roth, Clint Richter, Shane Cooper, only sophomore on the club tonight, Craig Krzan, and 1 freshman, Todd Roth. 50.6 seconds to go as you look in the Lincoln huddle. Gene Miller comes up out of the middle of that huddle. And it will be Alice's ball out. Baseline left. Charles Hetty, big Charles, 6'8", 200-pound junior. Gets it into Derek Cardinal. He's double teamed immediately. And trying to get it across the court. He does to Mitch Roth in 10-second territory. In Lincoln land now. Back out to Hayden. Round to Hetty. Over to Cardinal. Down to 35 seconds. Lowe wide open on the left. He'll bring it back out to Cardinal. And Lowe is fouled by Landon Swan. 34.6 seconds to go in the game. 4th foul on Swan. You saw him there on the screen, a little upset with that call. Well, there's Justin Lowe at the line.
Usually whenever you try to go make the foul, it usually makes some attempt for the ball. He just went in there with a blatant bump, I guess you could say.
And Lowe all alone to the free throw stripe. Puts it up and good. Lincoln's a 78% free throw shooter, Justin Lowe. Up and good again. 2 in a row by Lowe. And Lincoln will have the ball out of bounds. 68-57.
They called that the intentional foul, so they also get the 2 free throws plus the ball.
68-57. Lincoln with a 11-point lead. Lowe back to Hetty now to John Hayden, and Hayden is hacked by Baumgart. And that'll stop the clock with 29.4 seconds to go in the contest. Lincoln will improve to 12-6. The Huskies drop to 8-9. Lincoln JV also had a win tonight, 54-52. Hayden at the line again, 2 out of 4, 3 out of 5 from the stripe. Puts it through. 62% free throw shooter John Hayden. Jason Sinning coming into the ball game now for the Huskies, along with teammate Jason McCutcheon. Jason Sinnings, Jason McCutcheon. Baumgart leaves the contest, and a technical foul is called on number 42, I believe they said.
I think it's 32. Baumgart here with the technical. He's been out there taunting most of the Alice players and the Alice fans all night, and they finally caught up with him.
So Hayden at the free throw stripe to shoot the technical free throws. He has that one, 4 points from the line.
That was the finish off the first two. That was the finish off the first foul. The first foul, and now Lowe will be going to the line for the 2 technicals.
Okay, Justin Lowe back at the free throw stripe for 2. Lincoln with a 70-57 lead. Lowe shot in and out, no good. 29.4 seconds to go in the game. And head coach Richard Stippler very upset at his Evansville North's performance tonight. Lowe has 6 points from the free throw stripe, a 71-57 lead by the Alices. And the Alices, of course, after that technical, will have the ball out of bounds. Charles Eddy gets it into John Hayden, and reach around foul committed by Jason Sinning.
I'm surprised North still found. They're down by 14 with 26 seconds. It's just prolonging the end of the game, really.
I'm surprised very few people have gotten up and gone to the exits. Lincoln on top 71-57, a 14-point lead. Hayden back at the stripe again. He has it. 5th point from the line tonight for Hayden. He has 10 points now. Averages only 5.2. In and out, no good by John. Landon Swan rebounds to Reeves. Kirchhoff has the ball now for Evansville North. Down to 15 seconds. Reeves, long three-pointer, no good. Swan's shot back up and in for his 6th point of the night. Down to 5 seconds to go in the game. And Cardinal holds the basketball as the Alices are on top. 72-59. That's the way the final score is going to be, as the Vincennes Lincoln Alices pick up victory number 12 on the season. The Alices now 12-6. The Huskies 8-9. The final score here from the Alice Arena. The Vincennes Lincoln Alices 72. And the Evansville North Huskies 59. We'll be back to recap tonight's contest and hopefully have an interview with varsity assistant coach, JV head coach, Don Allstott. So keep it right here on Wabash Cablevision, Channel 23.
Hey, I'm Tom, and I want you to see the greatest thing on cable TV. It's Sega Channel. Sega Channel is a channel with video games you play. With Sega Channel, you get up to 50 different games every month. You can play every game as much as you want for less than $15 a month. So basically, it costs less than 30 cents a game. The variety is incredible, and it's a great deal for the money. Unlimited play of all the games, one low monthly price.
Call now to order and get hooked in to Sega Channel.
Stick it. Hang it. Practice it. Flip it. Catch the spirit at the YMCA with gymnastics.
Welcome back to the Alice Arena. The Alices picked up victory number 12 on the 1996-97 basketball season by downing the Evansville North Huskies 72-59. Don Allstott, congratulations on another fine win.
Thank you, Dan. It was a hard-fought one. Somehow we hung in there and, hit a few free throws there at the end and got a few easy baskets there at the end and finally put one away there at the end instead of doing the other thing we've been doing.
Yeah, down the stretch hasn't been the best place to be the last couple of games for the Alices.
No, so it should be a confidence builder for us. We finally did hit some free throws down there. We got some easy baskets. We kept attacking the basket there at the very end, and and good things finally paid off for us.
That 1-point loss last week against Terre Haute South, was that kind of a spur in tonight's contest?
Yeah, we've done that quite a few games, and hopefully, you know, we can take this game here and carry it on. You know, we got 2 games left here before the big tournament starts, so hopefully we can use this as a crutch, you know, to jump forward and not go backwards. So, you know, we just look at the positive and move on.
Right. You had 4 men in double figures tonight. Justin Lowell led all scores with 18 points, and Hayden had 12, Charles Hetty had 11, and Derek Cardinal had 15. So that kind of balanced scoring is what you're looking for.
It was real nice, Dan. You know, the first half, they were fun to watch. You know, our kids were very fun to watch here in the first half. Moved the basketball extremely well. I think we only forced basically what we'd say 1 shot, you know. In the second half, we didn't. You know, we had a couple shots that kids probably shouldn't have been taking, but, you know, overall, after you look at that first half, played pretty well. You know, and they stepped up their defense and intensity there. Even when they went on their stretch, we were talking about that, you know, just a couple minutes ago there in the coach's office. We missed a couple layups and a couple free throws where they ran I think it was about an 8-0 run against us there where they kind of got back into it. So even at that point, we were still attacking the basket and still did some good things, just didn't, you know, put the ball in the hole there.
I know I personally enjoy, and I think Hank does too, see that Low and Hetty combination in there, the 2 big guys in there. Are you working more on that?
We did, you know, we're not really working anymore with that, but you know, it is very difficult for defense teams because you got big Justin in there. He's a wide body. They can't quite send the help side quite so much, and plus he can, you know, he's got a lot of up and under moves, and he's scoring, having success in there scoring. So, you know, they have to worry about him scoring on the inside.
Right.
So you got 2 big fellas in there scoring. I mean, it's a big asset for your ball club.
Sure is. They have 2 more Evansville ball clubs to go through before the tournament gets here, but that's really kind of good in a way, isn't
That's
it?
good. I tell you what, Dan, Wrights is tough. I was down with Coach Crook and I watched the Wrights and Bossy game, and it was a toss-up, and, you know, Bossy happened to come out on top the night they played. If you play them again, you know, if they would have played tonight, then maybe Wrights would have come out on top. So we'll have our hands full. They're very quick at the guard positions. They got a nice kid shooting from the perimeter. Garrison in the inside's about 6'5" kid. And, you know, he's very tough offensively as well. So we'll definitely have our hands full tomorrow night.
I think it'll be their strongest contest until we get into the tourney action.
I think you're definitely right.
Okay, speaking of tourney action, do you feel like the team is starting to really gel more now? Or are you maybe peaking at the time you want to peak?
I think we're getting better. You know, we still got ways to go. You know, there's some fine line things there we need to get better at. We're not quite where we'd like to be, but at least we made some progress tonight. And even in the South game, you know, the intensity level was there. We're not quite in the doldrums, which we were earlier in the year. So, yes, I think we are making strides. We're not quite where we want to be.
Well, you got a couple more games to do that.
A couple more games, get it done.
That's right, that's right. And congratulations again on your JV ball club win, a 54-52 contest. I think you were up by 13 at one time.
Yeah, we try to give him a chance to back in. It's like Coach Combs was talking about at the end. We left that kid wide open for that 15-foot jump shot from the corner, and Elliott came up behind him, but you know, you kind of hear the crowd go, "Oh my God!" You know, and all of a sudden once the shot was blocked, you know. But kids playing hard. You know, the JV kids come out every night. We've only had you know, very early in the season, mixing things in there. Kids coming off the football team, we were very slow getting started. And as soon as we got started, the kids are having fun and, you know, and just playing hard. It's not really anything that I've done especially. I mean, it's totally credit to the kids. I mean, the kids have, you know, they come out every day and play hard. The attitude's been super. We don't have any kids that are really down on themselves or anything else, and they love to play a game of basketball, and that's what it's all about.
It sure is, but that means a lot. But you've got to have some good leadership. Don't sell yourself short.
I tell you what, I think anybody can coach these guys. They're a lot of fun.
Oh, well, that's nice of you to say. But again, congratulations on win number 12 this year. The Owls take it over the Evansville North Huskies 72-59. On behalf of my cameraman Jerry Merck and my statistician Hank Lopez, this is Dan Ravelette saying thanks for your time. This time, till next time, good night, everyone.